There we go. I forgot to turn the music on. Hello! If you like music, remember to subscribe if you're watching this later on YouTube. And if you don't subscribe, that means you don't like music, and that's terrible. I feel sorry for you. Jokes aside, oh god, why the flying squirrels? Why the flying squirrels? Okay, let us run around the internet. You can physically do that. It's in data centers. You could, theoretically, go and visit every data center in the world. Why you would want to? You wouldn't be allowed in. Because the security guards would say, like, no. That's what they would say. Then they would say no, and they'd be like, get out. Don't stop trying to steal the internet. It is a non-renewable resource. Hello, Dr. Dooley. Welcome, welcome. Where are we? We're here in the thing. We are going to spam here. Gonna spam here. And gonna go... Hello, the Serb God. Hello, Don McFist. Here in the thing. Thing. Thingy. I woke up for... No, I did, like... Me bladder woke me up at 4 in the morning. I was sitting here thinking to myself, why do I feel weird? The answer is, I woke up, and then went back to sleep, and then woke up again. So, yeah, here we are. This is the high on broken sleep border-wise. It's tired-wise. Hello, driver. Welcome, welcome. Okay then, we've got our space shuttle to space shuttle. Hello, Eliaval. Boater-wise. I wish I was boater-wise. I don't believe in boats anymore. In From the Depths. I simply don't. Okay, right. We've done that. We've done that. We don't have any new submissions, at least that I know of. Nothing on the Steam Workshop. So we're just gonna jump straight in and start building our space shuttle. Because that's good. Okay. Where are we? We are here. Where are we? We are here. We do not drink that beer. Alcohol is bad for you. It makes you do the very bad poo. Okay. Tired wise trying to build a godly. I'm getting Franz Magnum flashbacks. Yep. I might perhaps have uploaded a version of the updated entropy. Ooh. Should we look at that? Hello, Orange. Hello, Orange. Alright, so let's have a look-see. Enjoy this. I don't know why the Plutono screen is like that. Okay, so let's go find the updated entropy. So... Carve in... Why did I do that? Carve. Entropy new version. Okay. Updated 14th... Wow, okay, that is indeed updated. Let's have a look at that. Since we're, in space, let's have a look at the space thing. I'm celiac, so when I drink beer, I'm dead, but when I drink vodka, other people are dead. Ooh. I think, yeah, if you drink beer, you will be dead. By the screen being like that, you mean the storm? Yeah, that. Black lightning. Oh no, I'm not finishing my sentences. This is bad. This is bad. Everyone put on your mind-reading helmets. Because I'm not finishing my sentences. Oh no. I might need to run and get another coffee. I should have had another one. Uh-oh. 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 Wait, no, what am I doing? Put this here. And then here. And here. Go here. Yes. Yes. Alright, so what is new about the century? Have you considered Ritalin? What does Ritalin do again? I think because you put a line of bad weather down the center of the map. Oh yeah, you know what? That makes sense. I didn't do that. Actually, yes I did. Okay. Right, here we go. Oh no, yep. I am awake, I am awake, I am awake, I am awake. Alright, so the new version. What is the new version? It's not the same craft anymore. Okay. How different? This looks familiar. No drones? No, it does have drones. Somewhere. Where are they? Oh, there they are. Silly me. Alright, so... What different? Ritalin is the other ADHD medication other than Adderall. Well, I don't have ADHD, so that probably wouldn't be a good idea. And consider and Vivance, I think. Yeah. Alright, so let's sport in the old entropy and look at their innards, perhaps. Okay, let's go... Damn it. Let's go here, spacecraft... Is the new one smaller? Alright, wow, the new one is like a lot cheaper. What's going on here? Why did I spawn them so close together? Why is this laggy? Alright, so let's have a look-see here. So that is missile APS, da-da-da. Missile laser particle cannon. Oh! So this is almost a complete rebuild. Aha! It doesn't have the burst railguns. Doesn't have the burst railguns anymore. Interesting. No more belt-fed guns. Okay. New entropy is a lot cheaper. Ooh. Hello, Borderwise and friends. Well, hello, Diffident Alice. We've got a new entropy. Not a wall of, like, not a thing. Oh, right. There's the big difference. So the new entropy has like a much tidier underside, much cheaper. Okay, so let's look at the old entropy. 1, 2, 3, 4. It is chock block full of stuff. So I see lots of missiles on the underside, lots of ABS on the underside. So this is a fun trick, is that you can, when the game's paused. Oh yeah, there's a lot more empty space in the new one. Yes, this is, yeah, much more modest. Let's see the block count. So this new entropy is roughly 17,000 blocks. Wow, that is what was filled instead? Oh, laser. It's all about that big laser. Oh, laser 212. Whoops. Oh, so basically swapping out, a bunch of the missiles and the belt-fed APS for just a big honking laser. I'm guessing to differentiate it from the Atom. Couldn't really armor it up right. Missile turrets have been removed, and I'm betting that's a decent part of the cost savings. Yep. Well, I mean, let's have a look-see at these individual missile turrets. Let's see there. If we save that as a placeholder. Each one of these things is... Yeah, that each one of them is a... like... 12,000 materials a pop, and there's 6 of them. I think actually the railguns probably were, like, expensive as hell. Alright. Well, just for giggles, let's have the, Whoops, I should change this thing now. And others. And other space-related... There we go. Now it's more accurate. Alright. Where are we? We are... Should probably go to the... custom battle testy thing. Right. Pluton... fight setup is there. We're gonna add over here entropy 201. And the other entropy... They don't have to... The new one doesn't have to beat the old one. I just want to see how it, like, behaves. Okay, I don't think that was the reason for that change. Mission failed because that also has a big laser. Ooh. It's a lot of the belt-fed cost a ton missile turret, huge missiles too, and is unable to armor them up, right? Okay, gotcha. I could do with a tidier underside. Me too! Don't think that was the reason. Belt-fed railgun is the most expensive form of APS. Also easy to forget how unnecessary belt feeders are. It was fun, but not great, especially on a larger craft that's going to last a while. Might be honest. Belt-feds are good when you need something compact. Yeah. They're great for compactness. Where... Alright, so which one is this? This is the old one. Which also is pre-smoked, and this one isn't. It also appears to have... Aha! It's got them laser turrets. How are you doing, sir? Not great. Well, how's your missile defense? Pretty good, actually. Oh no! Alright, so let's see. The new version is losing, and that's okay. Because I think this one is noticeably laggy. I mean, those belt blasters are quite nasty. Oh dear. Oh dear. Alright, so, so it's not super good against its old self. That is okay, because I do like, I do like how this is, like, kind of, like, smaller, and, I don't know. I do like the new version. And only, stop using them on everything but IA. By the way, Plutono test 10s soon. Yay! Also by the end of the day, but almost definitely by the time next week's FTD streams happen. Nice. What is considered a UFO? It has to be around an alien. Technically, SR-71 used to be a UFO before anyone knew about it. Basically, yeah, it's just a flying thing that's weird. That might have cut the laser. Either stereotypical flying source or just especially weird look, not entirely defined. Definitely differentiation for the atom and cost now. Yeah. Like there's two crafts on screen? Well, kind of. Both of these things, I guess, kind of fit with the whole UFO thing. Something is... Oh, hello. Something is very on fire there. I mean, it's not like it's, Oh. Aha! Large missiles say hello. Except they run out of fuel really quickly? I'm not sure what's happening. What are those shells again? Oh, it's Hesh. Oh, you can't go wrong with a bit of Hesh. Also, flamethrowers in space is very funny. Okay then, so I do like the new entropy. It's yeah, no, it's not as strong as the old one. I mean, at least it gets itself, but that's okay. 500mm 8mm Hesh is funny too. That is kind of funny. What's the difference? I'm trying to think about what the existing UFOs are, but the only one remembers the Soul, which is literally just a flying saucer. I mean, yeah. I mean, you could make stuff like this. The thing is like, hang on. I need to go... Did I put a note on this? Alright, so the Era, the Scarab, and the Soul are current UFOs, so have a look at them. Basically... It's anything that doesn't look like a... What the hell happened? Oh, what oh! Ah, the old one lost control and is ejecting, so technically the new one won. Oh dear. Yeah, wow, I was not expecting the UFO question. Oh dear. UFOs in this case do not go to space. Also, I'm being to like cram bombs more, at least for dive bomber. I've never made a cram bomber I'm happy with, or at least not an effective one. Cram bombers are fun, but like they're not really a meta kind of thing. But who cares about meta? Honestly, it's not fun. A lot of the spacecraft would just lose control and commit Sudoku for no reason. I mean, yeah, that's what happened in the Grey Talons versus the Scarlet Dawn one. The skull-adorned spacecraft just, like, committed Sudoku. And that was unfortunate. Woo! Hey, Smunkus Cross! Peekaboo indeed! Thank you for the subscription. Much appreciated. Okay, so, I'm happy with the new entropy. Let's go put that where it lives. Let's just want to go check something very quickly. Did Elival remember? Elival did remember. Hey! Very nice. Very nice indeed. Did I spawn this thing too low? Nope, we're good. Let's go here. We're gonna chuck this here. And, Ellie, did you put this in the updated blueprint section yet? I asked that, but I'm gonna go check. Because if you haven't, that would be very good. Because approved. So, paste. So, yeah, now, yeah. So, the atom is 1.6 million, and the new entropy is below 1 million. So, like, that's actually good. That means we spread the cost out a little bit. So, gonna delete this. There we go. Yims. Yims. I want to see it, simply because it's, I know, I think it'll be good. New entropy, test is updated, blueprint spawners. Yay, and the atom got updated as well. Well, I'm glad I saw that. I guess I didn't really need to look at it, because it's just like, updated version. Tactical Spaghetti is the one who needs to see it. But that was a nice little warm-up into the strem. So now we can return to our spacecraft. Spacecraft, spacey, spacecraft, space shuttle. Right, so we've basically done the exterior of this for now. Now comes the really hard bit, which is the interior. For vehicles that don't death spiral. Yep. 2,000mm cannon, but just flies over the biggest slowest thing. Removing the FOTs I have. Oh, been a while since I've tuned in. Been busy. Looks like fun's being had. It has been a while. Yes, we are. I have been working on a space shuttle-y type thing, which is going to be armed and dangerous. No worries. And as John McFist points out, me trying to build godly craft while tired is a recipe for fun and games. So build space shuttle. I'm gonna go find me reference, which is in my handy notes right here. So a reminder to anyone who does not know, this is the 3D reference I'm using for our space shuttle. It's very nice indeed. Basically done. We will greeble it later. I'm just gonna keep this open. Over here. Over here. Alright, so now let's think about the internals of this, because we do need armor. We very much need armor. That would be a good idea. And in keeping with what I said last time, what I'm gonna be doing is this thing is gonna fly really high and really fast, so hopefully it should be damn hard to hit. So I'm basically gonna try and only put heavy armor where I really need it. And yes, I know what this is. Okay, let's do this quickly. That's paint 9. Okay, then. And yes, I'm using poles because poles are easy and I like them for now. This is my default minimum armor kind of thing, is just beam, pole, beam. And then we will combat test the hell out of it, no worries. And then we will see what we need to do. Okay, then. For the record, like, I do tend to find that this kind of armor works actually quite well for stuff that isn't supposed to get hit very often. We'll see. We will see. Definitely not doing this because I'm lazy. Nope, that's silly. Who told you that? No one told you that. It is a lie! Do, do, do. Actually, not much inner space in here now. Think about it. Well, here we see tired border poles. If you want to change locations later, you can use the V menu. You're gonna want to cover probably the entire backside and ion. Oh, this thing's gonna have a lot of ion engines. Swan gets crossed. Ooh, fancy. Orbital bombardment, deep water guard cross for Warson roads. No. I was working on some missiles for you, said I forgot to save them. Oh no. Honestly, probably a good idea. For Godly, you might be better with a bunch of steam. I'm not a huge fan of steam jets at the moment. Just because they're so material hungry. We'll see what we can do. We will see what we can do. Also, here's where the fleet colors are. They're inside. Okay, so there is our layer of poles. And now we're going to have basically no room for anything in here. Which is unfortunate. This is an interesting feeling. I just got a sense of deja vu because I don't usually build craft from the outside in. Weird feeling. Yeah, it's gonna be a tight fit in here. It's gonna be a real tight fit. But that's okay. We like a tight fit. We like our fit to be tight, I guess. Why did I put 1, 2, 3? Oh boy. Okay. Well then. It's okay. Is this thing likely to get shot at from above? I don't know. Possibly. I am just doing the thing I do where I just kind of partially turn my brain off to try and get some kind of results. Okay then. Internals. Space planes really need their own AI now. Open recall, only movement craft. So the SOL looks pretty much UFO-like. Yeah. Yep. Okay then. Energy efficient. Kind of sad because also need... Whoa. Doesn't every armor work good if you don't hit it? That is a good point, Horstonator. That is... Yep. You just made me less confident in what I'm doing. Custom ion engine, Sol, the plane and success, it doesn't cope well with no air pressure. Plan once upon a time but deemed too similar to large steam. Nuclear reactors and FTT vanilla when? Can't wait for Contraband Space Edition. So have 3 meters for internals, yeah. We don't have much room for anything, but that's okay. Right, so to start off with, I'm going to stick an AI department back here, and this will have... So I am going to build the AI department. What am I going to do? I'm going to take that stone. Or maybe rubber. Dare we do rubber? Do we dare to do rubber? If it's godly, rubber is probably a good idea. Curses. Curses, I say. Whoops, okay. I swear I know how to play this game. I swear I knew. I swear. Does that cover all the thing? Does that cover all the thing? Does that cover all the thing? Yes, it does. Yes! Yes! This is delicious. I hope it is. I have gone about this in a weird way, I think. But hopefully, it should work out well. Alright, so start off with an AI. And if this thing's going to be remote guided, we might need to actually make this a lot bigger, so... we will set that bridge on fire when we're standing on it. Okay, problem is, okay, large team is already big, efficient power energy that explodes if you hit it. This watch streak is really, does make me able to do more funny stuff. Yay! Uh-oh. Veronica, fusion idea instead of turn, divines, can't wait for large team is already... I have no concerns, but there's more than one form of nuclear fusion. Is there? I mean, yeah, the most nuclear we got is RTGs, lol. The problem is extremely dangerous, the fact that fusion reactors go up like a bomb of going critical. That's a non-steam version. How many different... A fusion, yes. Oh, wow, that hurt me. Fusion reactor probably wouldn't go off like a bomb more than anything else. Well, yeah, no. Like, nuclear reactors of any kind, they're not like nuclear bombs. It's different. They melt down, yeah. In fact, it's probably one of the safer possible reactors. Nuclear reactors are just a more efficient way to boil water. For all we know, large boilers could be nuclear reactors. The inner workings not explained, nor are they important. That is a fair point. Like, seriously, what is going on in these things? Like, here is a large boiler. What is happening in there? Actually, the way they burn materials makes me think they're not nuclear reactors. Okay, so we're gonna have the transmitter here. We're going to have the inter-vehicle transmitter here. We're going to have the endpoint selection here. We're going to preemptively set this to about 30 seconds. Cluster of blocks, target blocks above water. And target prioritization. We want to go for things that are there. We want to go for things which are like that, yes. And we probably also want to go for things which are slow, so... because that just makes sense. Alright, so GPP, it's going to need a lot of this. I'm actually just going to stick a placeholder breadboard in here just so I remember to leave room for it. Is that under the tail? Yep, so I can double the length of this AI department. Okay, double length of AI department. And we need engines of some kind. I think I'm gonna stick the engines at the front? Maybe? I don't know what's gonna go in here. Stuff and things. Because also depend... Oops, that was not the correct thing. Right, so how's our... We're gonna need a lot more GPPPPP. Okay, so that's there. And I'm going to flesh out where the missile-y things are gonna go. They could go like so. 1, 2, 1, 2. And we're going with... We're gonna start with large missiles. So... 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And one more over there. One more over there. Where is the AR? Where is the ammo gonna go on this thing? I just realized. Hmm. You gotta love the fact that I just do a thing, then undo it later to do a thing. Not quite as opening up and do the thing. Right, we do need some kind of decoed hatch thing. Okay, super critical. Didn't. What are people just talking about? Fusion, heating water is a good one. Fission reactor could go off like a bomb, a well-designed one. They do not. Okay. Swankers cross. What are people saying? What? Boil, what's happening? Hello, Boilers! Hello, Duno Wolf! Welcome, welcome. Actually thinking about if you remove the reaction rods of a fission reactor, let's all the ready mental to puddle, it could go critical if you built it really dumb. A nuclear reactor is already critical. Super critical. Badent. You'd have to deliberately separate the pure fuel from the rods and probably enrich it further to get an actual bomb. Nuclear material in a reactor is always in a state of criticality, yes, but supercritical is something more akin to Fukushima or Chernobyl. The efficient reactors melt down and may superheat the water and make a pressure bomb but not a nuclear one if you built it really dumb. I was just contemplating whether if you were dumb enough with your guns, you could get the steam bomb to initiate a puddle of fuel. I don't think you could make that happen by accident. No, of course not. Nuclear really safe. Okay then, well, that is your daily reminder that we've got, there's nerds in chat. Who let these nerds in here? I did. I invited them here. I was like, hey, come watch my stream. Oh dear. Nerds, 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 nerds. And I'm not talking about the candy. I can be really dumb on purpose. I mean, anyone can be really dumb on purpose. It's like, let's lick this, let's lick this. Honestly, you don't need more than that. Alright, so we are going to... Alright, so if I put my missile control-y thing here, how much... Right, so I don't have a good record with space bombers, I have to say, so I'm gonna leave some room for the AI department. So, where put ammo? Ammo can go... I don't know, I'm literally just gonna do this just to see how much ammo we need for this. And how big a large missile we can fit vertically in here. That's not very big. We might need to get clever. Yep, we're gonna need to get very clever. I hate being clever. Okay, to return to the game at hand, I was thinking large missiles ejected 90 degrees so they can be laid flat. That is exactly what I was thinking. Trying to do a goal UFO. Thank you for... The border stretched on my fist. It was probably just to get my attention. Why is there a physics PhD watching Autism boat game? Yeah. I am a nerd. Actually going to talk to a prof about my bachelor's project in a super continuum lasers tomorrow. Nerd stuff. Licking story. Acidic food is sour. Acidic just... I've been getting back in the FTD after a year or so not playing, and with some new learned knowledge that actually makes me craft I'm happy with. Yay! Make it diagonally. Thank you for the border hydrates, Swankers Cross. It was about to get your attention because I just stretch RL. Nice. In unrelated news, I can tell you that the alpha sources in the Nottingham Physics Lab is sour. Interesting. Alright then, so if we're here, I don't use the regular launchers very often, I've just learned. So here, gantry, that is not connected. So if I go here, And if I go here, and that actually fits really well. And we can duct tape underneath them ejectors, like so. And then we can make them as long as we frickin' want. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we've got a room for another one. And bearing in mind, I don't use remote-guided missiles very often. I don't use... Okay. Gosh, sorry, I got to go. Well, don't got to, but I still have the buffering every 3 seconds, so I'm dying inside. Sorry to hear that. Farewell, Eliaval. Thank you for the updated space thingy. Gets awkward, introduces weak points. What are people talking to? Make it diagonally. This is a GT craft that has been like that. Stack the missiles. Alright. That wasn't my best boulder sing, so I'm gonna be like... Thumperhead, Thumperhead. Does whatever a Thumperhead does. Alright, so fins. Remote guidance. Do we need turning thrusters in space? Do remote guidance, do they need APNs? I'm gonna stick an APN on there. Fuel. Fuel. Reinforced, reinforced. Explosive. One turn. Okay, and... Start delay 2 seconds. Patient delay 1 second. Alright, yeah. Alright. How do I enter into the blood? You just say I take this thing and go to make it? Yeah, you basically just... you include the faction name in something you put on the Steam Workshop, and I will find it. I don't think this will have enough missiles to match that. Okay, then. The good news is that this thing is going to have redundancy. Oh, actually, yeah, if we, Neat! Okay, then. Me likey. We do need staggered fire, don't we? Yes, we do. Gonna go here, save here, load here, load. We are gonna need a lot of things. Alright, general, we need 9, so we're gonna need a lot of GPPPPP. We're gonna need a lot of it. Lots and lots and lots and lots of things. Lots of things, lots of things. Also, I forgot to do this. Okay, lovely, lovely. Deadly space shuttle is deadly. Lots of GPP, PPPP. This is the problem with making something that has a specific aesthetic. 8 large remote-guided missiles. Will that be enough, do you think? Do you think that will be enough? Probably not, but we must persist anyway. Okay, good. What if you put the missile launchers on the inside of the hatch door so you can stack more missiles in the hull? Huh? Inside of the hatch. What are you talking about? Alright. If you assume you don't need space for anything else. Yeah, no, we're gonna need space for general purpose processing power and also ammunition and the engines of this thing. So we can't go too ham on the missiles. Actually, I could fit the ammunition in here. I can fit the ammunition in here. Alright, so getting rid of all this. Alright, so 9 times 8 is a number. 9 times 8 is 72. We need a crap ton of general purpose. Alright, time to widen the AI department. A lot. Because we need to do that. Crappity crew. Do. Okay, we are proceeding. Oh, we're not proceeding. We've stopped proceeding. Proceeding has been halted. No! No, proceedings. Proceedings. No! No! Okay then, alright. I gotta go. Okay, see you, Orange. Practice your times tables, like use the hatch as an extra missile piece. Nope. There's a trick for multiples of 9 specifically. At least go up to 9 times 10. Wait, there's a trick. At least go up to 9 times 10? So... Wait, you're saying you want 2 more large missiles? Okay, so... If we here... We have here... Should really do myself a favor and like okay. Okay, this is not the ideal AI department. Just gonna need a whole line of these. Cost? I don't know what that is. Alright, I have 43. I needed... How much? Double that. The UFO has a max speed limit? Nope. Hello, Robot Style. Sorry I didn't say hello earlier. Really, anything out of the 10 times 10 should be instant. I still do times tables and basic grammar once a year. Wait, what? Wait, what are we talking about? The practice to times to... Oh, I missed that bit. Stream... Alright, so chat is just chatting now about math and stuff. Like the nerds they are. Like the gorgeous nerds. So gorgeous. So nerd. Alright, so... What have I done? Ah, what have I done? What have I done? My dog, what have I done? How expensive is it? Yep, they're suddenly shot up in price considerably. Right. Right, we're almost there. One more. One more, I say. 8 large missiles is not that much. Alright, so, what's 9 times 12? 9 times 12. Yes, I'm using the calculator. Don't judge me. Alright, 108. So we need at least 108. Might as well make the entire rear of this thing heavy armor in that case. What was the number again? I literally just forgot 108. 108. That is great. Right, let's do this. Woo! Noises. Okay, well. Thank you for the follow, Duna Wolf. You don't need to have them at 100% general purpose processing power. Real cost IMO is the volume since you have to EMP protect. Yep. Reminded that for remote guided missiles, the GPP is about 10 to 15% of the cost. This is true. Okay, does EMP just travel via direct connect, also travel through air gaps or FPK panels? Yes, it does. 3 meter space is not a lot to work with, unless it's a tank. EMP does not care about connection rules. It will travel through any block regardless of how it looks. Yep. Yeah, well, maybe, twice the length of the space shuttle was still too small. Maybe I'm about to have regrets. Maybe I need to start over again, but, yeah, well, that's what happens. That's what happens when you try and build a godly thing. It's hard. It's really damn hard. If this does work, though, it will absolutely bloody melt most things. I need an ammo department, but I need to get to... Okay, that needs to be double the size, but we can do that. That is 1, 2, 3. We can do that. We can do that just fine. Maybe not. Maybe it doesn't have to be. Let's see. So bear in mind, I still need to stick detection on this thing. Right, 115. Right, so, right, we've got more than we need. Technically, 108 only leaves a little bit for actual detection, so I'm going to extend this by a little bit, and then we have room for fun and activities in there. If we need it. I love fun and activities, don't you? Don't you? You like fun and activities, don't you, chat? I freaking love fun and activities. I'm Batman. Fun and activities are my favorite thing. $121, that's okay. I don't like remote guided missiles. They are very expensive. They are very expensive, but what are you gonna do about it? Nothing, exactly. Meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow. Okay, we're doing good. Particular aspect of GP. Yep. Unfortunately, even then, I have not properly insulated literally any of my turrets. With less GPP, if you use missile bread, I do not want to use missile bread. Why would I need less? Why would I need less GPP for missile bread? Regrets. You honestly might be better off with less armor on the top and giving yourself more space internally. Yeah. Well, in case you haven't noticed, I'm already building up into the top layers. I've learnt the hard way to expect stuff from every direction. Right, so let's do this. Because we can do that. We have the power. Right, and now we need... We have a need for speed. There's actually going to be a lot of heavy armor in this thing. Ooh. Okay then, let's go there, let's go. Right. We need so much ammunition. Man, I hope this thing can get into space. It's gonna be awkward if it can't. Very, very awkward if it cannot. Also, I'm putting the ammo storage right in the middle. That's definitely not gonna screw us up. Definitely not. Because this thing still needs missile countermeasures and all that smooth jazz. We are gonna need so much ammunition. Deacon's crossbows. Okay, literally full. I typed that before you started that. No, you didn't. I was more suggesting you turn the most recent the stone or rubber above the AI compartment, and they could use the top of the connection for GPP2. We could. We've got enough GPP though. Is the thing. Also, just realized I don't need to do this, but I need to do it for completion's sake. There we go. Alright, let's do this now. Thank goodness for heavy armor beam slopes. And we're going to actually expand this outward like so. This definitely is not a thing that's gonna be a problem. Don't mind me. Just building a godly craft. That thing I totally know how to do. I've totally done it before. Okay, save some money without I will say this only once. I did predict this thing being too small. Just had to get that told me so. Well, well, you are right, but I do find I get my best results when I just like turn my brain off and do things. So like, also massive space things, I've always found them to be underwhelming. So I do want this thing at least small enough to be somewhat evasive. So yeah. Screaming down the motorway at 100 Ks. Granny did the biggest blow off we've ever heard for days. Engine exploded, car fell apart. All because of Granny's supersonic fart. I don't know why that song popped into my head. Alright, we need to extend this just a little bit more. In fact, I'm going to extend it just a little bit further, just a little bit further, just a little bit further. Gonna extend the thing. Alright, so that should be good for the moment. So remember when I said that I was going to combat test this thing to see where the heavy armor would go? Yeah, I did. I just autopiloted and didn't do that. Right, this thing is still floating somehow. Okay, so that's that done. Jolly good. It's just gonna have enough armor on top to not die instantly. Hopefully. Why do I keep doing this? Why, oh why? Why is a letter of the alphabet? Does everybody else hear that thing outside go nyong? Whoops. Right. We are cooking. We are cooking good looking. We might get this. Wow! Time goes fast when you build. Time goes fast when you build a space shuttle. Probably don't need to armor the top of this that much, but I want to, so. Okay. There we go. We are emotionally and financially secure. Let's just do this first. In space isn't really a big deal. Further hits maneuverability, but you do get to go to speed and don't have to worry about keeping it in the air. Alright then. Dare we do steam engines for this? Alright, I like this thing. It's shiny. Alright, now the really hard bit is that this isn't going to function like a plane. It is going to be a thrustercraft in disguise. Shh. In this case, we have to worry about getting into space. No, we don't. Well, I do want this thing to get into space just in case it, like, despawns in a spawns in a stupid location. I think immediately what we can do is this. Never mind, that's gonna drive me nuts. Let's look at our reference. We're going to roughly correlate the vector jets with where they are on the actual thing. So... What the hell? I just ruined this thing's nose. How foolish of me. Right, 2 to 4 transition. Inverted. Sure, why not? Cool. That is that. Armor? I don't know what that is. No idea what you're talking about. It has actually been a while since I built spacecraft. I literally might as well stick small ions in there. Literally might as well. I think Bruno does insist that things be able to get into space. Well, I don't insist on it, I just prefer it. Definitely for my builds. I'm gonna at least try to get this thing into space under its own power. Because otherwise, well, I'm gonna be really sad. That's basically it. Okay, then let's do... Turn that off. Roller. This is definitely not enough roll. But we will have to see. I have plans for the wings. I have plans for them. Alright. Dare I? Dare I? So center of mass is there. This is one of those builds, isn't it? This is one of those builds, it's one of those builds. One of those builds, one of those builds. You know the build I'm talking about. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not a requirement in the rules. Yeah. Since you can focus the thrust rearward, it might be feasible? Maybe by pitching up a lot, yeah. Wait, why hover jets? Because this thing needs to strafe. I mean, doesn't need to. Alright, let's try it as a plane. Let's try it as a plane thing. My plan was to actually have this thing be able to hover and strafe, because I do find that spacecraft work a lot better if you could do that. But we don't have to. We don't have to. Right, looking at our reference. So, this Columbia has like 3 big engines, but we're gonna need to cheat a lot. We're gonna need to cheat a whole bunch. You might ask, how are we gonna cheat a whole bunch? Like this. I just realized I have not put engines on this thing yet. You need to go slightly lower. And then we can deco other engines in there, like so. Actually, hold on, let's try and be smarter about this. Let's try and be a little bit smarter by doing this. Pack him in tight, pack him in tight. This is the bit where... Will that be enough? Will that be enough? Okay, ion, and this is going to be... Whoops, this is going to be... Right ion. I just realized I have not stuck detection on this thing yet. That would probably be a very good idea. I was so... Oh, we've blasted straight past the hour mark. I need to go... I need to eat more coffee. Alright, so there we go. There we go. Left. There we go. Detection can always be stuck on later. This is true. Alright, let's see... Let's see. I'm gonna go find where I hid me little breadboard here. Alright, so this thing is around 200k, so this is, not the biggest or scariest godly. Where is that purple breadboard? Flying purple breadboard. Sure looks strange to me. Alright, so full 3D vectoring bread. Go here. And it's gonna be... ion, and it's going to be huge ion thruster, which is so far on the back, and it's going to be yaw, which is over here, and then here it's going to be, thank goodness for left ion, and huge ion thruster, and it's going to be pitch. And I really want the ability to control, copy, paste this, but that's not unstable yet, and we are currently unstable, as you can tell by the breadboard UI. Also, aren't you gonna need good detection, like actually good detection? For remote guidance, yes. Yes, that's why I wanted extra general purpose processing power, so we can actually have some good detection. Huge ion thruster goes there, and then a little bit of pitch. This is not gonna be able to get into space, probably. And let's see here, and yes, right ion. Let's just test that. We are going to duct tape quickly. The pilots of the space shuttle, they sit outside the craft, right? That's how it works. That's how it works, right? Right. So if I do this, everything yaws, good. And if I pitch up, good. Pitch down, good. Roll to the right, good. Roll to the left, good, good, good. Good, 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 good. Good, good, good. Alright, we need engines. We do need engines. Dare I spam injectors as I usually do, or should I actually do steam? I only have 3... Wait, I do have a steam engine for this. I do have a steam engine for this. We can always swap it out later. We have this. Will it fit? No, but we can fit half of one of these things in there, so we will do that. Right, how much power does this actually have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is a horrible width. I hate it. But we'll see right here. Test with the ECM. And that is a whopping 13,000 power, which means I can probably get more power out of injector engines. Well, deserve not on my home PC, that's fine. Only sit on the wings of the craft. In before comment about even width. Yeah, somebody was gonna say it. Alright, so, bugger that, I'm spamming injectors. Alright, so how much power is needed? Not that much, actually, not with what we've got here. Right, everyone brace yourself for redundant injector engines. Redundant injector. Where's my 3x3? Whoops. Where's my 3x3? I'm literally just doing this. Out of cares to be had. And that's already... I love injector engines. I really do. I know it's a crippling habit. And yet, alright, so that's actually probably enough to get for our power at the moment. Now we get to do this. We're going to hover above or below. We're going to hover 2,000 meters over the target. Alright, airplane 2.0, max pitch 75. Can we even get out of the water? Is the question. Okay, we're managing it. This thing is not fast. And let's see. Fly and control altitude. Adjustments. Minimum altitude is 1060, 1040. She's actually doing it. She's going to space. She's going to space! Nothing wrong with a little aim symmetry. Did I miss a chance? I was calibrating something. That AI checklist doesn't do it. I know it doesn't. I do it out of sheer habit. Well then. Mads, our space shuttle is actually in space. And is cruising along at a at an amazing 100 meters per second. We can definitely make this thing go faster, and I'm going to. Just watch. Don't believe me, Jay? Watch. All right then. I'm going to duct tape some trackers on here because I can do that. I'm going to... I know I should take the ad break. No, I should take the ad break. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And we're going to do... And radar, gimbal tracker, like so. And we're going to stick a 360 radar over here. Definitely not EMP proof, and we're going to flatten commodities because that's funny. And we're going to see if we hit them at all. This thing does not look fast. Right. Go forth, my child. Do things. The commodity is probably going to be able to hit this. Oops. Controller holding fire due to failsafe. Okay, that's not a good start. Alright, so we're going to do this. Failsafe. Don't care. And over here, we're gonna go ejection angle. Where's the ejection elevation? 90 degrees. Copied all the matching launch pads. 90 degrees, copied all the matching launch pads. Ejection 90 degrees, copied all the matching launch pads. I don't know if this works if you save it as a placeholder. Did that work? Yes, it did. And 90 degrees, copied all the matching launch pads. Who would have thunk? Oh God, I got into it. I got into it. And oh, how about that? Alright, so we're gonna need to stagger those out a little bit better. Or are we? Oh, they come back around for another go. Ha! That worked. I'm gonna be real with you lot. Okay. It worked so well it made the game freak out. Well then. Space torpedo bomb. Why so many missile controllers? Because A, redundancy, and B, I could not be arsed to try and Jenga all these things together. Also, this thing's expensive already. Please do not fall out of the sky, I beg you. Ah, the top speed of this thing is over 100 meters per second. Target straight is going to be irritated because you put them all on different controllers. There's the remote thing. What? You could Control C and Control V on the missile launch pads to transfer that. Damn it, I forgot about that. Okay, well then, we're succeeding here. How about that? Alright, so I'm gonna run away briefly and get myself another cup of coffee. And we're gonna see if this thing can kill, like, a whole bunch of commodities. So this thing is 241, so 6 of them should be ideal. We'll go with 10 of them. And we'll put them at a distance. Oh, also one more thing. With missiles like this, it is important to do something very important on the target prio, which is focus down one target before you switch them. There we go. Okay then, so then just 10 commodities. If the commodities shoot this thing down, that's going to be very embarrassing for me. Hooray! Ah yes, they also have missiles. How about that? Okay then, it's ad break time as much as I want to watch this and panic. Alright! Please enjoy space carnage. Our favorite kind of carnage. Alright, how are we doing? I see commodities are still alive. This means this thing is, not killing things fast enough. Okay, the first thing I see is Azusa asking John, are you stacked armor? Remote thing. That's the word I forgot. Also develop why the rubber wedges and that. Humans give stacked armor IRL. This hiding structural block doesn't hide rubber, so ran into the problem. Stacked armor. Who up spacing their shuttle right now? Me. Alright, this thing is missing a lot. Why is this thing missing so much? Let us track this. Let's see here. Right, also this does need to do that. Right, that is an issue. Does not lead the target enough. What if we crank up the APN? Like a lot. I mean, that works too. Okay, set default. Oh. Nope. I have not done that. Whoops, I did not do that. Why is it? I don't know why it's set to sea skimming. Jeekins Christmas. Okay, we're just going to tweaky. There's going to be a lot of tweaking. There's going to be a lot of tweaking with this thing. There we go. Accidentally made an Oreo. Alright, does anyone else like to season their bread with water? Is that just me? What? Is that, I mean, if you're microwaving stale bread, that is a way. Prediction guidance. I never like prediction guidance. I think it's terrible. I thought a commodity sank for a second. That one's rolled over. How did it do that? That one's also rolled over. How did it do that? Oh, it might be getting multiple volleys off. And we might not have enough GPPP. Maybe not. Weapon GP needed. Hey, water stretch, thank you. No microwave stained bread, I just like putting some water on my bread for flavor. Water has flavor? What? Right, let's follow these things to its destiny and see what happens. Unexpected entered war with lightning hoods. What are some good craft weapons against them? Submarines. They do like their lasers and plasma, and generally aren't good at fighting things underwater. Right, alright, so can someone explain to me why these things are so keen to miss? Oh, what the hell? Oh, that explains it. This thing actually manages to get multiple missile volleys off somehow, which means that it kind of like sabotages its own detection briefly. Straight down with missiles that have no turning circuit. What are you talking about? Extra fin? Will that work? Lightning hoods, dominant use submissive submarines. As was running with the I fry my chicken in water meme, isn't she? Fins. More fins. You'd think they wouldn't need much turning circle at all. But what do I know? Make missiles longer for longer reload time. I'm not gonna do that. Alright, let's throw this against something a bit more substantial. Let's throw against the outer carpus and see what happens. Wait. Oops. That is a carrier. That is a carrier. Time to see how well this thing dodges missiles just naturally. Good news, it dodges missiles actually pretty well. Never mind. Also, I forgot that this thing has a diff C-Wiz. Ever pre-boiled your water and frozen it for later so you can save time boiling it later? Kind of like how the microwave adds flavors to steak. It doesn't add flavor to steak, it cooks it. What are you talking about? Alright, so currently this thing is managing to troll. Is managing to troll another godly craft I had, which is admittedly a wooden aircraft carrier. With, like, no active defenses whatsoever. So that's nice. Let's go with that little. Cooked is a flavor. I mean, cooking it does change the taste, yeah. Alright, so yeah, definitely need to stagger these out a lot, and maybe make him switch block target a bit more. There we go. How much is the outer carpus? The outer carpus is quite expensive, actually. You know what I want to do? I actually want to do this. And save. And load. And yes, I did myself no favors whatsoever by doing this. Not so whatsoever. Welcome to Fiddlywise, who fiddles with his space shuttle live on stream. So naughty, fiddling with the space shuttle live on stream. Can you believe the audacity of this man? There is, really is slept on. You can cook anything, microwave. You eat sushi warm? That also kind of grosses me out a little bit, honestly. Like, but yeah, that you can literally cook anything in a microwave. It's like any other kitchen tool. It's like there's a technique to it. My girlfriend was so impressed with me when I showed her how to cook properly with a microwave. It's all about getting to know your particular microwave as well. It's pretty good. Alright, so I'm gonna do synchronized firing delays. So there's one, and that's 2. 1, and it's gonna go 0.5, 1. And then that's 3 over here. Never mind. It's 3, and that goes to, whoops, that goes to 2. And that goes to 3. And then it goes there, and that goes to 4. And that goes to 5. And then we done did that. It's very nice. And I'm procrastinating. We actually need to stick a lot of turning thrusters on here, like a lot of them. So We are going to do that. Presently. Unfortunately, that makes it slow down a lot, which is not ideal. Alright, so I'm also going to change this so it doesn't nose up quite like this. Also, now here comes the cunning bit. Alright, what's that? 1, 2, whoops. 1, 2. People are gonna hate this, people are gonna hate this, people are gonna hate this. People are gonna hate this so much. And... It's okay. It's okay. It's all gonna be okay. Wow, we actually do have enough power for that. That's impressive. Hooray! This thing is now faster than it used to be. I actually quite like this thing. Look at it. Look at it go! Sometimes cooking the dishwasher too. All ones need the food they have water. It needs to have HO bonds. This is actually pretty yeah, no, this is actually working. It's doing things. And yeah, it's not done yet. I think I'm just going to first off, we have a lot of room in the AI department. Yes, I call it the department. Don't judge me. Alright, so we're gonna go here. We're gonna chuck some chaff on here. Where is that? Countermeasures. I do believe I have a chaff control right here. Complete with chaff. And... there we go. So there's the chaff. So that's important, and I think an ECM jammer would also be really handy. ECM controller. And where is that? It's here. So there. And we do have a fair amount of power. I'm going to stick another layer of engines in here. Because I'm a smart boy, and I put all my engines really close together so they can all get shot at once. Which is an excellent thing to do with engines. Where's it? There it is. Did you know that, like, car engines powered the space shuttle? Now you know! How fast does this thing eat materials? Pretty quickly. Pretty quickly, honestly. Uses microwave to mess with you, lol. Oh, wait then. Wait, Robot Stellar, were you talking about cooking in the microwave with a space shuttle? Because, I thought you were talking about the space shuttle, but maybe you were just talking about cooking in the microwave. Maybe I was the fool. Why did that make it look darker? Strange and weird, weird and strange. Interesting. Uses microwave to mess with your Wi-Fi. Powered. Streaming. Oh wait, streaming in the dishwasher? Now I'm really confused. Are we streaming in the dishwasher? Are we steaming in the dishwasher? What are we doing? What's happening? What is happening, chat? I'm scared. I'm so scared. I got people bumps. Alright, there we go. What do we do? What do you do with a drunken sailor? What do you do with a drunken sailor? What do you do with a drunken sailor early in the morning? Way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises early in the morning. That's what we do with a drunken sailor, that's what we do with a drunken sailor, that's what we do with a drunken sailor early in the morning. Right. This is going Zergot. Zergot. We probably need to put some smoke on here. Also need better detection because I suspect, I have a suspicion that these alloy plates do alloy plates block detection? Because if they do, that's going to be very irritating. Alright. Gaslighting on the dishwasher. My wife watches me sleep. I should hope so. Something microwave do 2.5 gigahertz and all the Wi-Fi uses 2.4 gigahertz. So yes, funny. I just like microwave. Alright, so let us duct tape too many engines to this because it's funny. Huh, that did not work. Space Shuttle is also pretty nice. Thank you! Let's look at our thing. It doesn't look at all like this. Gotta squeeze some extra juice in it. Oh yeah, gotta squeeze extra juice into the space shuttle. Hell yeah. Alright, so this thing Tokyo drifts in space at roughly 100 meters per second. Let's throw it against, just for giggles, a Seoul Republic design that is... Whoops, didn't mean to do that. So now let us throw it against it. It doesn't matter what difficulty it is. This is not finished yet. So let's do... Throw it against a narwhal, see what happens. Oh look, the staggered fire works really well. Oh yes, the narwhal, one of these guys. Really need to up the accuracy. And yeah, missile defense is probably a good idea, even though I do tend to find that spacecraft outrun missiles really easily. Whee! Maybe the round one's a bit more like the real shuttle. Yep. Spacecraft and FTD are kind of BS. Yeah, kind of, sort of. But also, people do tend to overestimate how good they are. You do need to still make them properly. What happens if we go maximum thrust? Oh, I forgot to do that for all the missiles. Whoops! So there, maximum thrust. There we go. Why did I do this? Honestly. Redundancy? What was I thinking? What was I thinking? I think I was not thinking, and that was my problem. Doing that just in case. I think I was not thinking. I think I was not thinking. I think I was not thinking. Right, let's see what happens there. Whee! Okay, can the missile people please tell me why this thing is so incredibly eager to miss the first volley? What am I missing here? Self-sabotage the detection with the second volley. Yes, your altitude, that means over 2 degree detection is giving you a 7-meter final error. So it's easy for them to undershoot. Max thrust with a bit of a ramp time. True, that's what the self-destruct above launchpad count toggle for the remote guidance module is. Ah, but I don't want them to self-destruct. I want them to do the thing. They don't really reach fast enough. Turn on detection lines and see how accurate that is. Alright, let's go here. Right, so... yeah, it seesaws between 1 meter error to like... or I could just have more detection. I only have 2 trackers. Hold on. Visual... yeah, sometimes it keeps snapping to a much higher detection error. Boy. Remote guidance also does get an accuracy for instability. Though stability is high enough here, I don't think that's the problem. Nope. You need to treat this like a gunshot. Okay, cool. What the hell does that mean? Alright. So... for detection. Alright, so first off, more detection. Obviously. What would happen if I did this? Alright, destroy enemy vehicles. So one particular thing that's missing here is bearing rangefinders, so what if I do this? Will that even... ooh, the black bottom is really pretty weather effect. Yep, when in doubt, spam gimbal trackers everywhere. You got it! You got it. I'm gonna just add another bearing rangefinder over here. Because I'm a naughty boy! Okay, let's do that, and let's do this, and also let's do this. And going to absolutely ruin the aerodynamics of this. Can I duct tape a 360 camera there? I can. And we're going to have a camera there and a camera there. And remote guidance. Yes. Do that. Save. Load. Load. Okay then. More coffee. What do you have outside? 0.1. Remember, laser rangefinders are really cheap. They also get fooled by smoke. How many detectors do you have? Not enough. I've just added more. Load. And load. Currently, I put the bare minimum of detection on before, but now we have a lot more of them. That should be better. Alright, so now let's throw this again against the thing. Laser rangefinders, cameras, and regular will get error from smoke and all forms of radar get it from chaff, which is why the best detection is infrared. Alright, so let's throw this against... Let's throw this against the Fury, just for giggles. Now, let's see... Okay, that's much better. Ah! Yep, that got hit. Alright, I might need to tone down their speed. Or not. Yeah, they're losing propulsion. Why do they always go for the rear of a craft? That's so weird. So weird. Right, I'm going to do this to actually give this some time to do anything. 20 seconds should be plenty. Maybe predictive guidance would be better. Let's try that. Just while we're... Let's try that. I never use that usually, but you know what? I'm willing to try things. Also, there's only 10 minutes of the stream left. Also, does that work with remote guidance? I have to admit, I do not use remote guidance like ever, so this is quite new for me. But against the thunderstorm. Do you have an aim point card? I do! It's actually, yeah, it's actually set to lock onto a target for 30 seconds, which is probably not what you want from missiles like this, now that I think about it. Nope. Didn't want that. So let's try that. I'm trying too many things. I'm changing too many variables! Someone stop me. Actually, it is literally easier just to do this. What am I doing? What am I doing? I know how to missile, I swear. Right, where is my aim point selection card? It's all the way over here. Who put this over here? Right, so 30 seconds is probably a bit much. Let's try 1 second and see what happens. Let's make these missiles all oh so very wiggly. Okay, first off, let's refill you. We're gonna need to stick a lot more material on this thing. And this thing doesn't even have its little laser satellite friend yet, so... This is also working considerably better than I thought it would. Where is that thing? Let's throw it against the Fury again, although... This thing is... Let's throw it against the Hydra. Hello, Drinkfire! Not sure they go for the rear on purpose, they're just top down and aiming, not turning fast enough, so they lag a little. They run out of fuel, APN pretty well, we're fine. They do work. Okay, good. Thank you. They do. I see that sassy ... Don't be patronizing. I never use these things. They're so expensive. Also probably need to set range limits on this. Okay, that's more like it. Look at these things. Okay, yeah, well, no. Protective guidance works much better for this in particular. Just blew its head off. Man, I love ablative armor. How about that? This thing looks cool and it works. Okay then. Missiles will show you their aim point if you turn on the AI pathfinding view. Like this? Oh. Ah. These things might need more fuel. I might need to replace that solid, that reinforced body with another fuel tank, because then it go faster. You have many other things. Also, is that frag, but still only 60 degrees? Yeah, 60 degrees works really well. It's currently... do you see what it's doing to this ship? Like... There's not enough frag on this to justify using narrow angle frag, I don't think. They only do over 10,000 damage per fragment. I mean, I guess some of these things could be heat. That would work. Alright, so no, this is working a lot better. It's working a lot better than it did. You can also see the APN working with it, lol. It's fine for surface frag like missiles. Yep. Now I want to kind of throw this thing against, Now I kind of want to throw this thing against, something bigger and meaner than it. Oh, geez. Yeah, no, this, Okay, we have successfully made a nasty thing. That looks cool. That's pretty awesome, actually. It does need... It really does need more active defenses, which is probably going to be in the form of decoys. Or maybe its little satellite friend can have decoys on it. That could work. Can it hit this little helicopter? It can! Oh my goodness! What stupid overkill. Well then! Me likey. I would go for heat head and swap one of the warheads for reinforced. Okay. Let's then, in that case, if we swap, yeah, I think the first, the first 4 can be Thumper. And we'll put extra reinforced bodies on them. Like so. And let's just double check here which one's which. That's 3, that's 4, so this one here will be extra reinforcement. And then these ones will be heat. Shape charge head, and that's already really damn strong, so going to set it to 46. Copy to all matching open. I'm going to save there. There. That's what the rest of these things will be. Like so. And yes, it doesn't have a thing there. Heat is great for spraying at all the insides of any vehicle you come across. Unlike me, most vehicles don't like being penetrated. Azusa, you behave yourself. Large heat missiles are quite good. Yeah. You'd think I would know that. I've been traumatized by them enough times. Okay then. Maybe I should swap that fin and reinforce. I should change this a lot. Hold on. Let's do that, and let's do that, and let's do that. These things can be slightly more squishy. It's okay. So, save there. Like so. Whoops. Help. What the hell's happening? Okay, then. And load. And I really do hate, though, how thumper heads and heat heads look exactly the same. It throws me off completely. It's like, are we succeeding here? Okay, then. Cool. Cool. Let's test against something more expensive than this, just for giggles. Just over. Thunderstorm? The Thunderstorm's really strong, I just remembered, so this might be a terrible idea. It has laser-guided missiles, that's an issue, and a particle cannon. And very strong Sea-Wiz. I'm actually surprised those managed to hit. How you doing? Not great. This is a holy space shuttle. Although it is nice how those little things are acting as aim point spoofing. Uh-oh. Space shuttle taking damage. Space shuttle taking a lot of damage. Alright, so it's not beating this thing. Which is nice, because it shouldn't. You should just put the fins in the rear for less drag. Not that strong. Fins near the front. But the thumperheads, yes. Yep. Alright, see, how are we doing here? This thing's lost a lot of health. Are any critical systems actually failing, though? This thing does need smoke. A lot of smoke. Oh, lordy. That was a big explosion. What happened? Not much, actually. Actually, none of the internals are getting hit so far. Alright, so missile interceptors would probably do a world of good on this thing. Alright, that is the 2-hour mark. I'm going to stick some smoke on this. And then I'm gonna call it a stream. Laser water, go here. Laser water also go... Where? Here. And... here. And a bit of smoke, which will ruin this thing's detection. After the first time testing is something that hovered right over the top. It's on purpose, actually. If something's more than 60 degrees upward, it leans over to let the pack shoot. Ooh! Yep, yeah, this thing gets, thankfully the wings are mostly aesthetic, so. Alright, let's absolutely ruin, let's, ruin how our, things work. that is a lot of GPPB. Whoops. Cool! Alright, I'm also going to add an ACB that automatically triggers this, so... Right, faction craft, doesn't matter. I know I stuck laser warners on this, but it's like, me. If this says ACB, it gets destroyed, so enemy range within 3,000 meters, that will do. It will activate smoke dispensers. Because that will absolutely ruin Thing's ability to lock onto it. Take that. Alright, so now I want to be an absolute troll and throw this against the Tracheandra. Because I think that will be funny. While I sip my coffee. We love pack. Dazzler Lambs. What's Dazzler Lambs? Shinder because it's got a list. Also, I could probably get rid of this, or at the very least stick it somewhere else. Right, this is the best view ever. Cool. Right, where's the Tracheandra? There it is. It's big. It's big, it's beautiful. It has crabs. It can basically not hit this thing. Watch it hit this thing. It's gonna be whoopsie daisy. It has actually APS that can do things. Uh-oh. Somebody forgot about that. What are those tiny shells again? I couldn't even see what happened. Whee! I do like our space shuttle, I do like it. It is burning through materials at a terrifying rate. It has also sabotaged its own detection. Lambs blind eye our laser guided missiles even if they don't kill them. Ooh! Will these missiles hit? Aha! Someone remembered their good missile defense. Is that Diff Seawers? I'm trying to remember. That is Diff Seawers. How many shots have you got, Tracky? What streams do you watch so you're too busy to type? Have bread in the thing so when it takes enough damage it becomes a funny kill missile. That's a funky idea. I don't know how to do that. Actually, I do know how to do that. APS are really tiny. Okay, yeah, wow, that does significant damage. Look at that. Hehehehe. Right, I have to admit that when you are the cram gunner who's constantly missing, this is very upsetting. But when you are the thing trolling the cram cannons, it is quite satisfying. Whee! Well then, none of those got through. That's annoying. It's almost like good missile defense. It's hard to kill something with missiles. But what's this? Wait, did I remember to do this? Now I did. What's this? Reinforcements? Right, now will these two screw it? Let's see if these idiots collide with each other. Won't that be fun? Whee! Japanese space shuttle? What? Also, I really do need to set range limits on those missiles. I literally have forgotten like 3 times already. Yep, out of range. Right, gonna go over here. Gonna pause, gonna tweak this so it's like... What should this be? 3,000 meters is probably good, right? Also, this thing needs EMP proofing. So next stream, I think what we're gonna do... What we is gonna do... is that. The missiles? Are they firing? You could definitely do with spreading those shots out a bit more. Yep, look good. Except if you spread them out too much, you give things time to reload or recharge. And that's not good. Are missiles being dropped? No, they are not. Come on, I want to see at least... I mean, we've taken 2% health of this thing already, so there is that. Look at these things managing to avoid each other. It's so nice. The power of correctly set up diff CWIS. I should have known better than to underestimate a Kobrax build. Anyway, that's the stream. We have successfully made a deadly space shuttle. And, yeah, we're gonna keep working on it next week. In the meantime, next stream we're playing through The Witcher 2. Which is, quite entertaining so far. Who would have thought a beloved game would be beloved and somewhat good? Admittedly, when you get the damn thing working... Also, dinosaur drawing stream. Well, it's my Sunday. It's probably your Saturday if you live in most of the world. And yar. That's it. Who's streaming right now? Who shall we go? Are we in the mood for Ratopia or art? We streamed Gorlath yesterday, actually, so let's go to Zushikat. Our track itself is really weak against Diff CWIS. Yep. Okay, then. I'm going to take a screeny shot of our space shuttle. Hooray! Space shuttle is dangerous. I'm probably not going to use that screenshot. Okay, then. How to... I don't know how the thumbnail is going to work for this. Oh, well. But anyway... Let us raid into Zushikat. So... And remember, if you're watching this later on YouTube, remember to subscribe. And remember to go look for my books. Two of Rogues, Ace of Death. Ace of Death's the more recent one. It's damn good. Go read it, please. And... How do you spell the Zush? The Zushi Cat. Right, raid Suzuki Cat. Art is good. Art is good. Art is very good. Alright, you all ready to go look at some damn fine art? Because you better be. Okay then. See you next time, people. Farewell.